Companies with usage-based pricing grow 38% faster than those with traditional subscriptions. But here's what nobody is telling you. It could actually destroy your business if it is not implemented correctly. Today we are diving deep into usage-based pricing, the model that's transformed companies like Twilio, Stripe, and Snowflake into industry giants. First, let's look at the data because the numbers are pretty stunning. When we analyzed 50 public SaaS companies, those with usage-based pricing had 38% faster revenue growth, NRR of 120% versus 110% for subscription businesses only, and 10 to 15% higher valuation multiples. So does that mean you should immediately switch to usage-based pricing? Not so fast. Usage-based pricing is not a panacea. It is a specific tool that works brilliantly in some situations and fails catastrophically in others. Usage-based pricing works best when your product delivers value that scales with usage. Obviously, the usage metric is directly tied to customer value creation. Customers can actually predict their usage with reasonable accuracy. Your costs scale somewhat proportionally with usage, and the metric is easily understood and measured. Now, it becomes dangerous when usage is unpredictable or highly volatile for customers. Your costs don't really scale with usage, leading to margin compression. Your metric doesn't align with how customers perceive value. You lack the infrastructure to actually measure and bill usage. Let me give you a real example of both success and failure. Twilio charges per message sent. This works brilliantly simply because the more messages sent means more value delivered to their customers. Their costs scale somewhat with usage. The metric is crystal clear and easy to understand. Customers can typically forecast their usage. Meanwhile, there's a marketing platform we worked with that switched to charging per campaign. It failed simply because the customers couldn't predict how many campaigns they would be needing. The value wasn't in the number of campaigns, but in the result of those campaigns. It created perverse incentives where customers limited campaigns even when more would have been beneficial for them. The second critical element that's often missed is the pricing structure. You shouldn't just pick a metric and price per unit. There are three main approaches. A pure per unit pricing, which is simple but a little unpredictable. Tiered usage with volume discounts. This is slightly more predictable. And then base platform fee plus usage, which is a hybrid approach. Most successful usage-based companies don't use pure usage pricing. They combine it with other elements to create predictability. Take Snowflake for an example. They use a credit system with committed spend and volume discounts, not just raw per compute pricing. Here's my practical advice if you are considering usage-based pricing. Start with identifying 3 to 5 potential usage metrics. Test how closely each correlates with actual customer value. Evaluate whether customers can reasonably predict each metric. Consider a hybrid approach with base fee plus usage components. And most importantly, test extensively before rolling out broadly. Remember, your pricing model should align with how your customers receive and perceive value. Just don't follow trends, follow value. What usage metrics are you considering for your SaaS product? Drop them in the comments and I will give you my thoughts on which ones might work best. And if you want more in-depth SaaS pricing insights, hit that subscribe button.